This is crazy because sometimes you do these junkets and it's like they don't put as much time and care into the room as this.
I know.
Let's say it like that.
I kind of want to move into this place. It's like the vibe is cozy, you know?
There's some shag carpet in here too. I don't know if the camera's picking it up.
There is some carpet. We listen to Rudy G. Yeah, I mean, we've got everything. What do we need? This, makes us a home.
Yeah, exactly. So listen, you've done a bunch of stuff in your career. If someone has never seen anything you've done before, what is the first thing you'd like them watching and why?
Wow, in my career, my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Probably something which is far away from me as possible, which would be, I guess, I did a show called Happy Valley where I played a psychopath, and that was fun and very meaningful, and it did a lot for me, and I had an amazing journey. It took 10 years to shoot. We did 3 series over 10 years, so that was a big chunk of my life, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of a lot of things, but that one I'm particularly proud of. So
Chris Blackwell, if you research him, many people say he's one of the most important record executives of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were researching playing someone like this, what really surprised you to learn about him?
I think that the sense I get from him, and having met him now and reading his book and speaking to people like Neville Garrick, who was on set every day, who was one of Chris's really good friends and have known him for 6 decades or something. The sense I get from the guy is not ruthless and business-minded. I mean, he definitely had and has a sort of a kind of business head, I guess, because he wouldn't have been able to create Island Records and have the career now in real estate and hotels that he's had. But there's a gentleness and a humility and a quietness to him, which I think was most surprising. I mean, he would spend his time kind of in the shadows. The interesting thing about Chris is that there are very, very few photos of him. If you actually try and find him in the kind of many decades of his incredibly successful career, he's hardly ever with his artists. He's usually somewhere kind of quietly at the back or in the corner, which I admire and surprised me because it felt like that type of music exec, that level of success would come with an ego, and it doesn't seem to have done.
Yeah, the thing I was surprised is that he fronted without even a contract money to Bob Marley and the Wailers to get them to record their album without any paperwork.
£4,000. Apparently everyone in Ireland was like, what are you doing? This is crazy. And he based it on some of their tunes he'd heard, but mostly on I think in his book he talks about the energy that Bunny and Peter and Chris Bunny, Peter and Bob, they brought into the room, and he was just like, these guys are the real deal. I need to be part of this. And all of his colleagues were like, you're an idiot. Why are you throwing away £4,000? And of course, then that led to Catch Fire, and boom, they were on their journey together. And I think that show of trust very early on in the career was a huge thing for Bob, and that's partly why their relationship continued for so long.
And people should realize that £4,000 now is a lot of money, but £4,000 in 1960 or whatever it was is an enormous sum of money.
Yeah, and they didn't record it in London. He gave them the money, and then they went back to Jamaica and they recorded it in their studios in Kingston. And then however many months later, he turns up and he's like, is there an album? What happened to my money? And there was, sure enough, an incredible album, which I think, most of the tunes they played for him then were on the album. That shows both their professionalism and talent in terms of Chris as an executive trusting artists and seeing potential, but also in terms of Bob and his professionalism and kind of the journey, the message he was sharing. Yeah.
I was looking at the Always Accurate IMDb and I saw 2 upcoming projects you're in that I wanted to ask about, which is Joy and Playing Nice. So what can you tease about both? Because they're so radically different.
They are radically different. Joy, I'm so excited about. It's coming out later this year. Bill Nye, myself, Thomas Mackenzie, all about the pioneers behind the first IVF, first test tube baby. And it's very sweet, very heartfelt, lots of tears, lots of laughter. This motley crew of scientists who, against the odds, managed to kind of get this incredible thing over the line. And so, we had a lot of fun shooting that through the summer. I'm a huge fan of Bill. Bill, Thomas and I have become quite tight. We go for quite a lot of dinners together now, which is obviously a good testament to how much fun we had in the film. That one I'm really excited about, really proud of. Playing Nice, we shot after that, and that's a TV show I produced, the first show I've produced out of this production company I have with this wonderful producer called Kitty Koletsky. We shot down in Cornwall for 3 months, and based on a book by J.B. Delaney. And it's about these 2 families who find out that their kids were swapped at birth. So very different. Well, kids being the kind of through line, I guess. But again, amazing time shooting it. I've got the first viewing of the first episode day after tomorrow, so.
Oh, so it's real close.
It's real close. Yeah. We're literally in like 3 weeks into the edit, so yeah.
Yeah, I got to go, but that sounds nuts, the story of that.
Mad, yeah. I'm excited for you to see it. I mean, proud of them both, so yeah, there's a lot to be excited about this year.
Congratulations, thank you so much.
Thank you.